Versus. Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Got it. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Goes for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The throw misses. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Knockdown. And the throw ends the round. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Smart play with the throw. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player one will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player one has an empty... Oh, stun! Bad news is on the way! It's a good spot to use the super. The super hit, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners.
How'd I lose?
Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Beautiful setup with that attack. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whip an attack and then strike without hesitation. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Wait, oh! Not so fast! Combo with the target combo. And a super act.
Street Fighter 6. Fighting ground. Comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Beginning operation.
I'm not gonna lose.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Lightning kick! Lightning kick!
The impact gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Hops for the throw. Trips them up. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Can't tech the throw? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tencho. Genius read. Player 1 with a thunderous drive impact to close the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. With the impact. Who's going to start things off? Brushes off the impact. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Parries the attack. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. A quick breather. Uses the gauge for a super on. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Raw critical. What's gonna happen? Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. How did they read that throw? They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. Locks on for the throw. Player 1 uses that wall pressure. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Jump goes to the air. Jumps in. Player 2 needs to use that drive gauge better if they want to take things back. Oh, we're going full third strike with a callback Hyokusen. Reads the throw in the skate. Knocks him out of the air. Oh, here we go. Player 1 flips. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. There's a burnout. Throws him. Okay, here we go. Player 1 is in a very burns out. Noticeable life lead. Oh my God, Rock Super! I can't. They're just gonna go for it. Are you kidding me? Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Oh my, the throw tech. Jumps up, hits them with a stopping block. Throws them to negate the block. What are they thinking here? Jump in, finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Does a good job of pushing back. Okay, creating some space here. Well-timed corner switch. There's a wall slap. They can't do anything now. Moses with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff.
Round 2.
Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player experiencing burnout. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Player 2 will have the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Oh, in with a rush. Are we gonna see a comeback? Just goes for it at this range. Forward throw, laying the pressure on Finn. So little life left. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? Just smothering them with blowing the rain on their parade. This kind of violence is a beautiful thing. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. That was the highest if I've ever seen it. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. A jump. Connects with the throw. Medium kick into lightning kicks. Pokes with a kick. Player one, Slick overdrive Tensho there to call them out. But slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Player one, the overhead denied. Over in a flash. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. What's the play here? Nice solid counter. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Can't tech the throw. With a super art connect, catapults them up and KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Feeling a smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Player one is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Shows a medium kick. But blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Pump tap to close it. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Slides in with, block twist. Ooh, what a smart throw. That throw will do some good damage. Player's big time whip. Okay, connects with the throw. Player one is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Oh, putting the cherry on top. It's the goddess of the hunt. I've heard of tough love, but not like this. Not like this. Get the... I called it. Oh, we're going full third strike with a callback. Hayok grabs him. Ugh, take a seat. They didn't take the throw. Player one is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Challenge from above. And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. What smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Decides to go in with the target combo. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Neither of them willing to back off here. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Flies in with a fist that he intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. That drive impact is blocked. Grabs him. Good work staying in throw range there. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Challenge from a... Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive here. Now's the time. Marisa delivering the goddess of the hunt. Heavy damage incoming.
Now you know history.
They're thinking of strong critical. What's gonna happen? Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Grabs and throws them away. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Gets the counter. Impressive reactions there. Oh! Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Knockdown. The big play does it. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the down to the wire. Punishes that ill-timed attack and adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Yo, kicking off their facial features with the Hyoku set. Now, Ken, smart use of the invincibility on the Overdrive Tensho. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Yo, put that away. Dashes out the cage right there. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on the critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. What now? Player 1 needs to hold connects with the throw. Any throw will whiff at that range. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Hikacho getting what a finish. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? In with the phalanx. Smart use of the invincibility on the Overdrive Tensho. Throws them. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. All the throw connects. They're in range. Super armor. Cold and calculated. What now? Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Gotta do better than that. Jumps for them with a back. Wrecks them. Oh, here we go. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They're just gonna go for it with the super. Are you kidding me? Player 2 comes out on...
Online. Custom room. comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. No good up high. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Throws him. What's next? Good work staying in throw range there. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Knockdown. From up above. Okay, creating some space here. Sticks the jump in. Player 1 can't afford mistakes. With how will they utilize this? They don't need to go for anything big. Even a KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Breaks the block with a throw. Both fighters springs forward with the drive rush. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be... burnout activates. Going in. The fighters are experiencing burnout. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Side switch in the corner. What'll happen? Anticipated that throw. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They got critical art now. A quick breather. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. No super art on deck. No solid anti-air. Closes it out. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Knockdown. Limited resources at hand right now. Takes a trip. Grabs him. Life lead opens up. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Throws him. What's next? Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. Gets him. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Potential kicks. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Jumps in. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Genius read. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? jumps up.
Let's go.
Player one needs to use the front of the corner here. You've got to be mindful of drop gun. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Connects with the throw. What'll happen here? Noticeable jump in parry. Player two doesn't check the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, what a smart throw. Medium kick hits.
Not good enough.
Grabs and all the throw connects. Click overdrive Tenzo there to call them out. Player one, throw tech. Nothing stops this train. All in with a rush. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Over in a flash.
No way!
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Anthony! Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Throws him. What's next? Was well in range to score the throw. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Gets the jump in. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Had the radar up and running. Player one has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. KO! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Great work finding the opening. Player one chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Shows the medium kick. The throw hits them with a stop and bop. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player nice counter. Ooh, you never know what turns out. Throws them. Smart play with the throw. Too far for the throw. Anti-air in the clutch. Life lead is there. Catches out the cage right there. Player one, how did they anticipate that jump in? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. All the throw connects. Final round. Who will the fighting game god brushes that off and keeps going? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Can they more fuel to the fire? Cook them up. Keeps the Soccer Rosa. We're gonna see what a beast Chun-Li is with their feet here. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Closes. Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? Looking for a hole. Knocks them out of the air. A real test of nerves here. Doesn't check the throw. Player one is a force to be reckoned with.